Well, I don't know if I mentioned this in one of my earlier videos, but I'm setting up and shooting my first personal display that I'd set up. I mean, I've helped set up professional shows before or displays, and I've handled it before. But this is the first show that I'm doing that's all mine. And basically, it's going to be it's going to be kicking off the start of a bass fishing tournament. It's basically like kind of like a derby, where I don't know if any of you competitively fish, but there's like 200 or so anglers that go out in their boats and sit at the loading dock, and then they'll play the national anthem, and then it's like at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then all the anglers will drive off and go fish all day, then come back and weigh in, and whoever has the most weight wins. So that's basically how it is. That's not important. So it's going to be 5 o'clock in the morning, and the guy that runs this fishing tournament in Idaho, where I live, is very patriotic. I think he was former military, and he wants fireworks to do, or he talked to my dad, who's in the fishing club, and he said, "Yeah, I'm trying to get some fireworks to do with the national anthem at the beginning of the tournament." So my dad was like, "Oh, my son can probably help you out. Yeah, we can help you out." So that was like, I don't know, 5 months ago. So my dad we have our Type 54 license, like fireworks license, ATF license, whatever. We have our Type 54, but unfortunately there's like just too many logistics and like insurance things going on that we won't be able to use 1.3 product. So we're doing the show with all 1.4, as well as some of my homemade shells in there. And I'll explain that in a little bit. But 1.3 requires a bunch of insurance and claims and a permit to shoot or whatever, but since it's all 1.4, it's all legal. We don't need the insurance policy for where we're going to be at, as long as the fire department's there and as long as we're licensed. I don't know the logistics of it, but that's boring. So, so basically, this is what the show's probably going to look like. So I've got a board right here for the smaller ground effects, whatever. Some wood feet for the racks, because I'm going to angle them a little bit. Fire extinguisher. So, coming over here, this is the firing system I'm going to be using. I have a copy. The national anthem is going to be played over a loudspeaker on a CD, and I have a copy of the CD, so I'm timing everything. So right now I have 12 hits or 12 cues that I can use. I'm probably realistically only going to be using about 6. When the show starts or whatever, we're going to have fountains or gerbs, and I'll try to find those. E-matches. 30mm bombettes. These are like salutes, like a fan salute thing. All these are quick. This is from Santori & Sons. It's all like close proximity stuff, but it goes really high. Like I think this one goes, I don't remember, but like our red comets for like the rockets, red glare, bombs bursting in air. So we're gonna have 3 red comets, 50mm red comets for rockets in the air, and then a couple salutes that go up, or this salute cake thing or salute fan that goes up and pops for bombs bursting in air, and then we'll hit the gerbs and have like just something to look at behind the American flag. And at the end we'll have a big kind of like 30-second or 1-minute finale thing with a bunch of different pieces. So I'll get to those. So firing system, 30mm bombettes. E-matches and extra wire. This is a salute tube, or a tube that I'm going to use for salute. This is really thick. I'm probably going to make some 2.5 inches. These are, actually, those are 2 inches. Actually, what the fuck? That is not a, hold on, I'm getting mind fucked here. Okay. So I'm going to be, these is, okay. I thought, what the fuck? I'm getting, okay, hold on. Because I swear this was for 2.5 inch shells. I guess not. It doesn't fit. Okay, well I guess I'll just have to make 3. Oh well. Okay, so I'll have a couple 3-inch salutes in there. I guess I'll have to just wrap this extra or whatever. But this is super thick, so it'll be loud. A couple of homemade salutes in there, 3-inch salutes. And so this is the well actually, so I have these racks here. These are 50mm red comets, and you imagine them, they drop down here in these pipes. They drop down there, because you can't just stand them up or whatever. Got 3 of those. Bombs bursting in there, whatever. This is more of the finale piece, so I'm going to have a couple 2-inch salutes, some 2 3-inch homemade red, white, and blue shells, and then 100mm mine. This is the mine. And then I'll just drop this in there. It doesn't have to fit perfectly, but it's just to drop down in there and then E-match. So this will be the finale thing. Then I have an 8-shot cross set, little deal. It has the E-match connector. And the reason this board right here is to nail these down and secure them in place so that they don't tip over or whatever. And then also have 2 gerbs. These are just a little like 30-second silver gerbs that will go behind the national anthem. So when everything's hooked up, like I said, I'm going to sequence these comments, probably in series, and then yeah, and I'll hit these, and then because these all have their own squibs, these are all ready to go. But there's some things like the let me see, like this just needs more wire. The gerbs need, for extra E-matches. The reason I have so many E-matches is because the gerbs require 2 each. These all have their own matches, but I'm going to have some of my own shells in here, and so I'm just going to E-match it right to the quick match. And then, so hopefully we have a nice little finale thing. I could technically fill those up with shells, but I don't have any, and I'm saving shit for do it. So I'm trying to make this as minimal possible, because it's not really a show. It's just kind of choreographed stuff to the national anthem, like I said. So I'm not really required to do anything like extravagant. The finale was my idea. I was just going to shoot up like a couple shells at the end, but I got my hands on this mine. That'll look cool. I said silver and gold mine, and then the 2 3-inch shells, and then the salutes. I think it'll be perfect. And plus, it's on a lake at 5 in the morning, so it'll just be super loud and scare the crap out of everybody. So that's the goal. So right now I'm just taking inventory, I guess, and then, well, not taking inventory, but I got the exact CD that's going to be playing, and so I'm writing down the times and everything, and the times of the effects, so that I can just break it down and decide when she says something, when they're singing the national anthem, when I should hit, each individual hit, So, yeah, that's basically it. I honestly, this is my first time using a firing system, and so, I don't even know what brand this is, but it's my first time using a firing system, and I've dealt with E-matches before, but never I got a crash course basically on continuity and all that, and so I know how to do all that, and I know how to match things parallel and series and all that. I don't like parallel, but so I'm gonna wire these in series, just these ones because they need to go at the same time. But I don't know. I'm gonna see if there's any way without damaging this that I can open it up and maybe have a quick match backup just in case. I'm thinking I probably can, but I don't know. It just makes me really nervous because if these the most important thing, if something doesn't go during the finale, that's fine. But the rockets red glare, that's an important part. So I don't know. I'm just need some reassurance or something, I guess, because I've never really messed with electronic firing before. So that's basically it. Once I have my shells done, because right now I'm just waiting on holes and black powder to dry, so once I have my 3-inch shells done and the salutes done, then I'll load them or whatever, and then show you those. So hopefully it'll all work out good.